Hello, my name is Ruth Carter, and I'm a licensed attorney in Arizona, and this is your question of the day. So, today's question came from an instructor at one of the local art colleges here in Phoenix. So, he asked me, when are parody and satire protected? That's a really great question. A lot of people like to use other people's work in what they create, but they don't want to get in trouble in the process. So I appreciate that people are thoughtful about these ideas before they create their stuff. So in general, when it comes to copyright, and in particular the fair use laws, parody is protected, satire is not. So in a parody, you are making fun of the original work in what you create. So by definition, you have to copy the original at least enough that the audience knows what you're making fun of. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. So the landmark case in this situation was a situation involving the Two Live Crew parody of the Roy Orbison song, "Oh Pretty Woman." And the Supreme Court held that it was fair use, mainly because nobody would ever seek out the original Roy Orbison song and accept the Two Live Crew very offensive version as a viable substitute. So, and I just think it's hilarious that there is a U.S. Supreme Court case involving Two Live Crew, one of the most offensive rap bands of my lifetime. So that's worth looking up. When it comes to satire, often what people are doing is using existing copyrighted characters to convey a message. And in those situations, it's not necessary for you to use those characters to convey that message. There are other ways you could do it without taking advantage of someone else's work. Whereas with a parody, you have to copy the original or else you don't have a parody. So in those situations, you may have to look at what you're copying, if it is someone else's copyrighted work, or if you're doing like a political satire, drawing cartoons of real people, which is a different issue. And look at what you're trying to say, who might have rights, and what's the likelihood of them coming down on you. Because, of course, with all copyright issues, only the copyright holder can come after you for infringement. So if they don't know what you're doing, or they don't care, or hopefully for you they like it, chances are they're not going to come after you to remove your work. So these are situations where sometimes it's a good idea in advance to think about, is this something where you want to just do it and beg forgiveness if you have to, or whether it's in your best interest to ask permission in advance. There is no cut and dry answer. So I hope this has been helpful for you. If you have additional questions, feel free to leave them as a comment below or send me an email. I'll also include a link to one of my blog posts on fair use that has my awesome mnemonic, I can never say that word properly, acronym for the fair use factors. Please subscribe to the channel. I try to put out quality content every week. And with that, I will catch up with you later. Take care.